Have you ever questioned who really pulls the strings behind world events? Could it be the Illuminati, a secret world government, or the Masons? These names have echoed through the centuries, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. They've been linked to countless conspiracy theories, from controlling world leaders to manipulating global economies. Each group, a clandestine force believed to possess immense power and influence. But how much of it is rooted in truth? And how much is pure conjecture? Well, buckle up as we delve into the mysteries of these powerful entities. The secret societies have been a part of human history for centuries, but where did they originate? Let's dive into the murky waters of history to find out. In the labyrinth of time, secret societies were birthed from the human desire for knowledge, power, and sometimes survival. These clandestine groups have often been associated with political intrigue, hidden treasures, and unspoken truths. Take the Illuminati, for instance. This name has become synonymous with conspiracy theories and global control, but its origins are much more humble. The Illuminati was founded in the late 18th century in Bavaria, a region in Germany. Its original goal was not world domination, but the promotion of Enlightenment ideals, like freedom of speech and secular governance. This society was suppressed by the Bavarian government, but its legacy has lived on, fueling imaginations and conspiracy theories alike. Then there is the elusive concept of a world government. While it's not a secret society per se, it's a concept that has been used to suggest the existence of a secretive global elite, manipulating world affairs from behind the scenes. The idea of a world government has been around for centuries, often linked to fears of losing national sovereignty or individual freedom. The Masons, formerly known as the Freemasons, trace their origins back to the medieval stonemasons who built Europe's grand cathedrals. Over time, they evolved into an international fraternal organization, known for its elaborate rituals and symbolic language. They have been accused of everything from satanic worship to controlling world governments, but in reality, they are more of a social and charitable organization. It's important to remember that the secrecy surrounding these societies often makes them perfect fodder for wild speculation and conspiracy theories. The lack of concrete information can lead to the construction of narratives that may be far from the truth. From their inception, these groups have been shrouded in secrecy and intrigue. But as we peel back the layers of history, we find that they are often less about global domination and more about human curiosity, camaraderie, and the pursuit of ideals. But what power do these groups wield, and how have they influenced world events? Well, according to whispers in the darker corners of the internet, these secret societies have a hand in shaping, or even orchestrating, major global events. Let's take a trip down the rabbit hole and examine some of these alleged instances. The French Revolution, one of the most significant upheavals in world history, is often cited as a chess game played by the Illuminati. Some theorists assert that the society, eager to overthrow the monarchy and establish a new world order, manipulated the masses into revolt. A world-shattering event steered by shadowy puppeteers behind the scenes. Then there's the Masons. Ever heard of the Boston Tea Party? Some believe this wasn't just a protest by disgruntled colonists, but a strategic move by Masonic forces seeking to ignite the American Revolution. The establishment of a new nation, they argue, was an opportunity for the Masons to lay the groundwork for their own influence and power. World War I, the Great Depression, the rise of communism, all these earth-shaking events have been linked to these secret societies by some. It's said they use such crises as opportunities, leveraging chaos to consolidate their control and further their agendas. And it's not just historical events. Theorists suggest these groups continue to pull the strings today, from influencing political elections to manipulating global economies. The recent economic recession, escalating political tensions, even the fight against climate change, all supposedly chess moves in a grand game of power and control. But why? What's the endgame? Well, according to these theories, it's all about control. Control of the world's resources, control of its governments, control of its people, the ultimate power play. Their reach is said to extend to the highest echelons of power, influencing decisions on a global scale. From the dimly lit basements of conspiracy theorists to the sunlit halls of academia, the debate rages on. Are these secret societies merely the stuff of legend, or do they truly hold the keys to the world? We'll continue our investigation in the next scene. Stay tuned. Conspiracy theories abound about these groups. Let's unravel some of the most popular ones. First up, the Illuminati. This secret society, supposedly originating in the late 18th century, is often accused of orchestrating world events to establish a new world order. But what's the truth? According to historians like David Barrett, the Illuminati did exist once, but it was disbanded in the late 18th century. The modern-day Illuminati? It's most likely the creation of fiction and imagination. Now let's consider the world government. This is the idea of a single governing body controlling the entire planet. Sounds like a plot from a Hollywood blockbuster, right? But the reality is far from it. While global cooperation is essential in our interconnected world, the United Nations, a body often linked to this conspiracy, is not a global government. Rather, it's a platform for cooperation and discussion between sovereign nations. The notion of a world government controlling every aspect of our lives is more fiction than fact. And finally, the Masons. Freemasonry is often viewed with suspicion due to its secretive nature. However, contrary to widespread belief, it's not a covert operation working to control the world. According to scholars like Margaret C. Jacob, Freemasonry is a fraternal organization with a focus on moral and spiritual values, and its members are obliged to obey the law of the land. Of course, these aren't the only conspiracy theories out there. From aliens building the pyramids to Elvis being alive, the list is endless. But remember, just because something is shrouded in mystery doesn't mean there's a nefarious plot at work. Often, the simplest explanation is the truest. It's also crucial to consider the sources of these theories. Are they reputable? Are they backed by solid evidence? Or are they simply playing on our fears and insecurities? As Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. In the age of information, it's easy to get swept away by sensational claims and intriguing stories, but it's also easier than ever to fact-check and question these theories. So, next time you come across a theory about the Illuminati, the world government, or the Masons, take a moment to question its authenticity. Use the tools at your disposal to dig deeper and uncover the truth. As with any theory, it is important to separate fact from fiction. So, what's the reality behind these secret societies? Let's take a step back and look at the facts. While secret societies have always been shrouded in mystery, their existence is not a product of fiction. They're very real, but the question is, how much power and influence do they really wield? The Illuminati, for instance, was originally a group of free thinkers formed in the late 18th century. Its members were intellectuals who challenged the status quo and sought to promote Enlightenment ideals. However, the group was suppressed and disbanded by the Bavarian government less than a decade after its formation. Fast forward to the present day, and the Illuminati is often depicted as a shadowy organization pulling the strings behind global events. However, there's no concrete evidence to support such claims. It's more likely that the modern-day concept of the Illuminati is a product of popular culture and conspiracy theories rather than a continuation of the original group. Similarly, the Freemasons are often painted as a secretive and powerful group with a global agenda. In reality, Freemasonry is a fraternal organization with a focus on moral and spiritual development. While it's true that many influential figures throughout history have been Freemasons, there's little evidence to suggest that the group as a whole wields significant power or influence. In the grand scheme of things, these secret societies are more about shared ideologies and fraternity than global domination. Their rituals and secrecy might make them seem mysterious and powerful, but it's important to separate fact from fiction. Conspiracy theories often fill the gaps left by uncertainty and fear. They provide simple explanations for complex phenomena, but just because something is enticing or even scary doesn't make it true. While their influence may be exaggerated, the existence of secret societies is a fascinating part of human history. These groups have shaped our world in numerous ways, but perhaps not in the ways that conspiracy theorists would have us believe. It's always important to question, to investigate, and above all, to think critically. So, who really pulls the strings? The Illuminati, a world government, or the Masons? That's the million-dollar question we've been wrestling with. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the truth isn't quite as simple as a shadowy cabal pulling the levers of power. We've delved into the dawn of secret societies, explored their alleged power and influence, and even unraveled some of the most popular conspiracy theories. But at the end of the day, the evidence often leads us down a more complex path. It's a path that requires critical thinking, a discerning eye, and a healthy skepticism of sensational claims. Fact-checking and critical thinking are essential tools in our quest for understanding. Without them, we risk getting lost in a maze of misinformation and half-truths. So let's continue to question, to probe, to dig deeper. While the allure of the unknown is enticing, the truth is often more complex than we imagine.